I use a darning needle. The tip here, as you can see, is not sharp. And then there's a wide enough hole at the end here so that I can run my yarn through it. Once you have a piece of yarn to start your lettering and your darning hook, you're going to twist the end of your thread, feed it through your darning needle, then to start your embroidery into your crocheting, you're going to feed it through and go all the way to the end, leaving a little tail. Then you're going to come back down and go up through for the length you want your stitch. Making sure you can see it on here. And you're going to leave the yarn over to the side, you know, the loop. You're going to pull it through, and that'll be your starting of your stitch. See? Then you're going to put that to the side. You're going to come back down in here, but you know, you're going to be building a new stitch. Feed it up through, bring it back through. And depending on how big you make your stitches will determine how big your lettering's going to be, or how small, or whichever. You go back in, and then come back up. And that's pretty much how you do it. You keep working it. Now when you get to a corner, like say we're going to make this into a D. Oh, my thread fell out. If you're going to do this into a D, then you would turn it now and work it over, picking up, you know. But you don't want to make the loops too big, because then it looks like a very loose stitch. Oh, I forgot to bring it around. And you just keep doing that until you create the name or the writing, or whichever you're, you know, whatever you want to spell. You can do it in cursive, you can do it in print formation, and you just keep working around. When you work with larger, I'm trying to make sure I keep it in camera here. When you're working with larger materials, and like when I did Savannah's blanket, which I'm not, oh, you didn't even see that. When you're working in large spaces, you actually have to maneuver yourself, because it's too large of a, like with a blanket. The blanket's too large to keep spinning to be able to create the writing easy by spinning the, like I'm spinning. Oh, see, I just pulled it out. If you do that, you can actually come back here and pull on your thread and just keep pulling it out until you get back to your one loop. Then you'll have to re-loosen your loop here just a little, so that when you pull it, it's, you know, it doesn't look off from the other writing. And I keep pulling it away from yous guys, so yous can't see. Always make sure that your thread, if you're right-handed, keep the thread, the yarn on your left-hand side. If you're left-handed, keep it on your left-hand side. It's usually always easier that way. But you just feed it through the already crocheted material, you know, pattern, and you keep what you're doing is you're doing a single crochet, but you're using an embroidery needle, which is so much easier than using a crochet hook. It does the same effect, but this is so much easier. And you can actually create signature. See, I keep dropping my loop. You can actually create hand cursive or print. See, that's how you do it. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. I know it's silent. When I'm doing things like this, I'm usually quiet. That's most you'll ever hear me be quiet, is when I'm doing crafts or something, because then I'm counting or I'm focusing on what I'm doing. And like I said, if you have a mistake, use your needle and just lift your loop, pull your thread out, and then just pull it back. And you just unthread it this way. It works. It's tedious, but in the long run, the end result is actually gorgeous. I'll put a picture of the blanket I did at the end of this video so that you can see a finished product. And I put her name in cursive. Like I said, if you have any questions or comments, leave them below. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. And talk to you again soon.